welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town. We're joined by Councilman-at-Large Greg Ficcari, your 3rd Ward Councilman Corey Spiller, and Councilwoman-at-Large Lizbeth DeJesus. We would first like to make a quick presentation to the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary Sea Warrant Flotilla 4-4 for National Safe Boating Week. We're joined now by Councilwoman Debbie Meehan from the 5th Ward and Councilwoman Nancy Drum from the 1st Ward. Gentlemen, would you please come up? George Riley, John Eberhardt. And I don't know your name. Dean Ferraro. Okay, this is George Riley and John Eberhardt. Gentlemen, please accept this proclamation in honor of National Safe Boating Week. And if somebody would like to give a quick summary of what you guys do and why it's important to have Safe Boating Week. Go ahead, Dean. You're it.
Thank you. Well, it's always about safety and everybody being safe out on the water and making sure everybody comes home safe after having a nice, fun day out there. We teach about, the rules, making sure everybody wears a life jacket, and just about having fun. We try not to. We're not military. We're not law enforcement. We just try to, again, share our knowledge and put it forth to the folks out there. So again, everybody has an enjoyable time.
Just a plug, we are having a class on May 14th. Anybody, you're required now to have a license to operate a boat. Sorry. You're required, New Jersey State, to have a license to operate a boat. We have a class May 14th?
May 14th.
May 14th. The nice thing, you can do it online and then come to a test. The nice thing about taking our class is you can ask us questions. Can I do this with the boat? Can I do that? Can I do this?
During the test?
Actually, certainly.
Okay, how about what's the answer to number 5? I mean, right? You can ask a question.
You can ask a question, we won't tell you
We
the
won't
answer.
answer.
Okay, suppose you say, well, so I'm going out on a boat and I stayed to the right and then I have to watch out for a skier. Should I turn left or right? Will you answer that?
Turn left.
Turn left. If you could ask questions of the teachers during a test, I love it. I mean,
Please stay right at all times.
please stay right. I know. Red right return. That's the only thing I remember. I got a boating license, and the only thing I remember is red right return. I took economics in college 3 times. The only remember is supply and demand. Okay, now the reason all but 3 of you are here is tonight for the Pop Warner All-American Scholar Program. Let me read some of the details here. Each year, the most academically accomplished Pop Warner student athletes compete for academic All-American status. This process begins at the association level through each of the 8 Pop Warner regions to the national level. In 2014, over 325,000 student athletes participated in Pop Warner. As the numbers of Pop Warner student athletes reached record levels, more than 9,700 All-American Scholar applications were submitted to Pop Warner National. The Pop Warner All-American program requires a minimum 96% grade point average to apply. After the applications are reviewed, Pop Warner determines national first-team All-Americans, 35 football and 35 cheer per grade, national second-team All-Americans, and national honorable mention scholars. The Port Reading Saints secured 19 All-American Scholar athletes in both cheer and football. So there's 325,000 in the country. There's 9,700 applications, and we have basically 20 from just the Port Reading Saints. I think that's a pretty remarkable achievement, so congratulations. We're joined by Councilman Brian Small. If you're from Port Reading, he's a Port Reading resident. Corey's your councilman, actually, and we're joined by 2nd Ward Councilman Rick Delina. So we'll call you guys up one at a time. If you can take your certificate and then move over to the side, we'll get a picture of all of you at the end. Well, come here.
We find it very interesting that we have all the girls on one side, and we have all the boys on the other side.
It takes at least till 9th grade before that starts to change, Like the 8th grade dance, you're always segregated there. All right, Corey, why don't you help me? You and Brian help me pass these out if you don't mind. Okay. 5th grade, second-team All-American Scholar, Joseph Belmont, Moby Street School 1. 5th grade, second-team All-American Scholar, Elijah Ledesma, Columbus School, Carteret. 5th grade, second-team All-American Scholar, Christian Poitras, Manu Middle School, Carteret. 5th grade, second-team All-American Scholar, Justin Rosario, Matthew Jago, School 28. Hank. 6th grade, second team All-American Scholar, Christian Bonilla, Avenel Middle. 6th grade, second team All-American Scholars, Jaden Mercado, Woodbridge Middle. 6th grade, second team All-American Scholar, Anthony Zucchino, Avenel Middle. 7th grade, honorable mention, All-American Scholars, Robert Weber, Carteret Middle. 8th grade, second team All-American Scholars, William Munch, Ford's Middle. Congratulations. 5th grade, first team All-American Scholars, Michaela Dean, St. Joe's, Carteret. 5th grade, first team All-American Scholars, Carolyn Ruiz, Russ Street. Hey there. 5th grade, second team All-American Scholars, Jenna Persaud, Claremont Avenue. Whoa. Don't leave the mayor hanging. 6th grade, second team All-American Scholars, Angelica Jagatka, Avenel Middle. 6th grade, second team All-American Scholars, Deanna Shinsky, Avenel Middle. 7th grade, honorable mention, All-American Scholars, Taylor Balint, Avenel Middle. 8th grade, first team All-American Senior Scholars, Alyssa Molnar, Avenel Middle. Good job, Alyssa. 8th grade, second team All-American Scholars, Vanessa Bonilla, Avenel Middle. 8th grade, second team All-American Scholars, Brianna Broll, Carteret Middle. 8th grade, second team All-American Scholars, Amy Casal, Carteret Middle. Okay, you boys and girls from Carteret, is your mayor giving you a proclamation? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Anybody, let's see. I know Alyssa's going to want to say a few words. I mean, you're like the designated spokesperson. Come on up, Alyssa. Tell me why it's important that it's not just all about the sports, but it's also about academics.
Well, first, if we have bad grades, we're not allowed to do cheer or football. So we have to have good grades to keep that up. But also, it looks really good that we have good grades, and we also keep up with cheer and everything on college resumes and everything that's going to help us with the future, because that can be difficult, keeping everything up with cheer and then trying to hang out with friends and keeping your grades up, and you have that test tomorrow. So
you're in 8th grade, you're thinking about your college applications? All right, all right. Pretty good. Anything else? And Girl Scouts? You still in Girl Scouts?
No.
Oh, you're not? Oh, something had to give, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Anything else?
I'm really proud of everybody, and yeah, congratulations.
Now tell me about your coaches and the pressure they put on you to keep your grades up, or do they?
They do keep pressuring us to keep our grades up, because once again, if we don't keep them up, we can't play.
Right, but I mean, you only need probably a less of a number to play, but do they pressure you to keep them up to the level of 96 or better?
Yes.
All right. Is that good?
Yes.
Your parents give you pressure to keep them up there, too?
Yes.
Who's worse?
Mom.
Mom's worse? All right. All right, thanks, Alyssa. Anybody on this side? Any one of you guys want to say anything? Tank? No? No? How about you?
I think I'm good.
No? You're good? Nobody? Nobody? Any of the girls want to say anything? Sure? All right. All right, let's get everybody in the middle here for a picture.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for the men and women in our military that fight for her freedom every day. Please be seated.
Notice requirements of the Open Public Meeting Law have been satisfied concerning this meeting. The Home News Tribune and the Star Ledger published a notice on December 18, 2015. It's also posted on the municipal bulletin board and should be so noted in the minutes of this meeting. Councilman Anderson. Here. Councilwoman De Jesus. Here. Councilman Ficarra. Here. Councilman Major. Here. Councilwoman Meehan. Here. Councilman Small. Here. Councilman Spiller. Here. Vice President Delina. Here. And President Trump.
Here.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting of April 19th, as well as the work session and executive session?
Make the motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Second reading on ordinance listed as letter A, an ordinance amending Chapter 7 entitled Traffic of the revised ordinance of the Township of Woodbridge, just with regards to designated handicap park and on-street at South Fulton Street and High Street. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be opened?
Make a motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter A only. Seeing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Make a motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter B is also an amendment to section 7-16B1, parking on certain streets, and this is relative to the weight rating, a request by the police department. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Make a motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter B only. Seeing no comment, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Make a motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter C is an amendment to the ordinances, Chapter 4, sections regarding the amusement games, jukeboxes, and automatic kiddie rides. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Make a motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter C only. Seeing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Make a motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter D is an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a financial agreement by and between the Township of Woodbridge and PSEG Fossil Seawarren Urban Renewal Entity. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Make a motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter D only. Seeing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that this ordinance, public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Make a motion. Second.
Any comments or questions from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter E is a first reading ordinance. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be passed on first reading, published in the Home News Tribune on May 6, 2016, with notice of public hearing to be held at 7 p.m. on May 24, 2016?
Make a motion. Second.
Any comments or questions from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Resolutions, Madam President, you have 30 listed resolutions. Can I get a motion by consent to approve 1 through 30?
Make a motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
We'll go into the public portion of the meeting. If there's anyone that'd like to speak, and go to the microphone.
Seeing no comment from the public, Madam President, can I entertain a motion to close the public portion of this meeting?
Make a motion. Second.
Any comments or questions from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
We'll go into the agenda portion of the meeting. I'll start with a few announcements. Woodbridge Middle School is having a yard sale fundraiser for a program for the students on Saturday, May 14th from 9 to 12. All proceeds will go towards support of the Woodbridge Middle School Warriors Way, which is a positive behavior program for students. And they're looking for sponsors, and they're looking for people to come out to the Woodbridge Middle School to support this program on May 14th. The Chamber of Commerce has several upcoming events. Tomorrow night we'll be going to Isabella's. You won't see this, but it's in compliance also with our buy local program. New Brunswick Avenue is shaping up, as Councilman Delina reports, and we're trying to do everything that we can to support these members and businesses on New Brunswick Avenue. So 5:30 to 7:30 tomorrow night. We also have a multi-chamber event at the Appa Hotel the former Woodbridge Hilton on May 17th from 5:30 to 7:30. We have a street fair coming up on Main Street on May 14th from 11 to 5, and a golf outing at Colonial Country Club on June 6th. You can contact the Chamber at 636-4040 if you need any more information. We have a fundraiser coming up for two little girls that attend our township elementary schools on May 20th. The Woodbridge Elks is sponsoring the hall. That begins at 6:30. Tickets are $10 per person, and the name of the fundraiser is called Spread the Love, Gabby and Isha. You can contact me, or you can check out the Facebook page, and all the information is on there. Relay for Life committee wanted me to thank everyone for their support in the bowling event that they had this past weekend, and just to remind everyone that on June 3rd and the 4th at Woodbridge High School, they will be having their annual Relay for Life event. That's all I have, and we will go to Councilman Zelina.
Thank you, Council President. I'm going to go all the way down to item 11 on my agenda, the Ford's business community. Attention business owners, join the Ford's business community, serving Ford's, Hopeline, and Caseby. If you own a business or live in our area and own a business elsewhere in Woodbridge, the FBC invites you to join. Together, we can promote the Buy Local program. The FBC is looking for new members who wish to bring more businesses and families to downtown Ford's and its surrounding areas. The FBC will host several community events in our area in order to unite the business owners with the community residents. The FBC, where excellent products, service, and community support come together. For more information on how to get involved, you can call this number, 732-738-6022, and that's the Ford's business community. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Anderson?
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is basically in order. I do have a few announcements regarding the Woodbridge Hall of Fame. We have until May 15th to get in your applications for any of the athletes that you deem worthy of being in the Woodbridge Athletic Hall of Fame. They must have graduated from high school 20 years prior, so that would be graduating class of 1996. Next, I'd like to go down to the Tooling Around program this past Saturday. Many of you were involved in the Tooling Around projects. I want to congratulate those who ran the program, all the different organizations that volunteered their services. There were very, very many homes that were cared for and were updated. We have a number of sponsors, all of our sponsors that have also helped out. I'll make sure that we keep you informed about the Tooling Around program throughout the year, but it was a very successful program, largely due to our sponsorship from all of our local businesses, the volunteers, and our organizations in town. Lastly, I just want to mention there's a young boy in town, a Woodbridge High School freshman. His name is Ben Lepisto, and we're doing some fundraisers for him. Unfortunately, he is taken ill and has a number of doctor visits that his family can use some assistance on. So we do have some programs coming up. On May 14th, we'll have Bowl for Ben at the Woodbridge Bowling Center between 1 and 4, followed by a spaghetti dinner for Ben on May 15th. And then there will be and that's at Woodbridge High School from 1 to 6 p.m. And then finally, we have the June 12th breakfast at the Woodbridge Elks, and that is from 8 to 12. So I want to, please also, you can go to Barons for Ben on Facebook if you want to learn a little bit about it or be a member and offer Ben some support. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Major?
Thank you, Council President. Just a few items regarding the road projects. Mr. Thompson, thank you very much for the collection of information that you've put together for me that I had requested in the last meeting. I appreciate it. Regarding items 10 and 11 on my agenda for the Environmental Commission and tree grants, we had very successful Earth Day event at the community center. Well attended, and lots of good learning events for adults and children alike, and also got to plant the tree. So thank you for everybody that participated in that. I appreciate it. Item 12 regarding the improvements at JFK athletic facilities. I just want to call to everyone's attention that this past Saturday, JFK High School had the invitational track meet. There were 18 schools that attended. It was just absolutely great to see all the multiple events going on at the same time, and just show off our facilities to the other schools in the state that participated. So it was a real good event. Appreciate the folks that came out and supported our students. Congratulations to all of them. Tooling around town, I certainly enjoyed meeting some of the folks that had needs, and all the volunteers that got out and participated. It was a great job. That's all I have this evening.
Thank you. Councilman Ficarra.
Thank you, Council President. I have a number of items. First, item number 1 under the Woodbridge Community Center, preschool registration, believe it or not, for the fall for the 2016 and 17 school year is now underway. 2 locations, the Highland Grove Care Center and the Woodbridge Community Center. During the summer, there's half or full day camp sessions going on for students as young as 3 and 4 years old, all the way up to middle school students, 7th and 8th. And there's various opportunities there. And the community center is also taking registration for the 2 outdoor pools, Highland Grove and Bowtie. So that's all going on right now. And if you missed any of that, there's a few of these flyers around town. And if you missed any of that, you can go to the website at njwcc.com for all the information. Going to item number 3, we're in the midst of Senior Month. Although it's too late for TV, tomorrow is the Mayor's Summit over at the Woodbridge Community Center. But all of next week at all 3 of our centers, at Evergreen, at the Sycamore Center, at the Woodbridge Community Center, there's events for seniors going on every single day for the rest of the month. So you can go to our website for that and check that out. Moving into item number 5, the Mayor's Wellness Campaign. Mayor McCormick finished up his Fitbit Challenge. Some remarkable statistics: 60,529,888 steps with 197 participants. So that really motivated a lot of people. The top award winners, and they're somewhat anonymous, but Sarah, Shirley, Nicole, Elizabeth, TH, and Armanda all beat the mayor in the steps. Sarah D was the top. She averaged 45,753 steps a day. If you're a Fitbitter like I am, that's quite an accomplishment. So congratulations to all the participants, whether you're a winner or not. Congratulations to Mayor McCormick for taking that initiative. Other items on the Mayor's Wellness Campaign: Spring Walk on the Greenway. Councilman Delina will be leading the way there, and that's on Thursday, June the 2nd. We're meeting at Dudash Park, which is on the border of Edison and Woodbridge. It's a nice opportunity to walk, so come on out, bring your family and friends. Moving down to my item number 6, fireworks are on Sunday, July the 3rd. The park opens at 4 p.m. Vito, we're honoring veterans of what era? Do you know? Vietnam veterans. So if you're a member of our community and you have a Vietnam veteran that's not signed up to be honored, it's a very warm day. It's a very appropriate day, and it's quite emotional. So if you haven't registered a family member, please do. Number 8, pedestrian safety. Just the weather is getting nicer, not this week, but in general it is. People are out and about. Make sure you're aware of the traffic patterns. You're crossing at the crosswalk, and avoid any kind of accident. And finally, number 9, the pizza run is Wednesday, July the 6th. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Councilman Anderson?
I'm sorry, I just had one addition. The electronic device was not cooperating, and I just wanted to give these details about the tooling around. If it was paper, I would have thumbed through it very quickly, but technologically challenged. I just wanted to say that this year was the best year ever. We worked on 26 homes or properties and had at least 350 volunteers. Less money was spent, and that was due to the generosity of several large businesses participating and making sizable monetary donations to the program. The recipients were all very deserving and very grateful. So we truly look forward to this as a continued service to Woodbridge Township. So thank you. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay. Councilwoman Meehan?
Thank you. My agenda is in order tonight. I just have one announcement, and that is the Support the Troops rally, which will be Wednesday, May 18th at 6 o'clock. It'll be held between the main library and Woodbridge High School. If you or one of your loved ones are in the military presently, if you could reach out to me, because we like to call off their names in their honor, you can reach me at 732-382-0273, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilwoman De Jesus?
Thank you, Council President. I have 2 items on my agenda. Item number 6 are police community relations. Today was the first day of the Senior Citizens Police Academy. The academy will run every Tuesday through the month of May. Tomorrow, Wednesday, May 4th, Detective Schlossberg and Detective Zeno will be at the Senior Summit taking place at the Woodbridge Community Center. On Thursday, May 5th, they will be given a presentation to the seniors at Olsen Towers on scams targeting seniors. On Friday, May 6th, they will be participating in a bike rodeo at the Evergreen Center for middle school students. On Saturday, May 7th, they will be setting up a table on bike safety at the Avenel Colonia First Aid Squad Open House Safety Fair. On Tuesday, May 10th and May 17th, they will be having the 2nd and the 3rd Senior Citizens Police Academy classes or meetings. And also on Tuesday, May 17th, they will be meeting a Girl Scout troop at School 11 to discuss the dangers of using drugs. Item number 10, our Barron Art Center. The Woodbridge Township 37th Annual Senior Citizens Exhibition will be held at the Barron Art Center from May 7th through May 17th. It will close the reception on Tuesday, May 17th from 6 to 8. And the Barron Art Center Outdoor Flea Market will be held on Saturday, July 9th from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. If you bring your own table, the fee is $15. If you want to rent a table, it's $20. And reservations are a must. And the deadline is June 10th while space is available. Again, if you're interested in any of the programs at the Barron Art Center, please call 732-634-0413. Thank you.
You're welcome. Councilman Spiller?
Thank you, Council President. Item number 1, Avenel Community Day is upon us. Refresh, it's Saturday, May 21st at Mayor Frank G. Peltzman Memorial Park at the end of West Park Avenue and Tappan Street. It's 12 to 4, rain or shine. I just want to give a shout out and thank the food vendors that have so graciously donated their services. Excuse me, Bahama Breeze, Bonefish Grill, Carvel, Chick-fil-A, Mulberry Street, Muscle Maker Grill, Snapple, Wawa, Wegmans, plus more. Again, that is Saturday, May 21st at Peltzman Park, Avenel Community Day. Item number 4, Port Reading Saints asked me to make their carnival announcement. Their 5th annual carnival kicks off this week, tomorrow, May 4th to May 7th. Bracelet night being Wednesday and Thursday for $30 from 6 to 10. Hours are Wednesday, Thursday, 6 to 10, Friday 6 to 11, and Saturday 6 to 11. That is located at Saints Field, 100 Saints Boulevard, 6th Avenue. Excuse me. The rest of my agenda is in order, just a few announcements. If you get the chance, take a ride over to, I was just making mention about Peltzman Park. We've recently have been ongoing with some upgrades. We've redone the parking lot, the basketball, the tennis courts. The tennis courts look beautiful. With new walkways to the basketball court, we also put new walkways up through the dead ends to make easier pedestrian access for the houses back there. And just one note on tooling around Township. I would like to thank everyone involved. I was fortunate enough to participate with the Avenel Fire Department. It's just a feel-good feeling to be able to see the faces on the residents when they come out, and this, the before and the after. It's quite remarkable, so thank you. The rest of my agenda is in order.
Thank you. Councilman Small?
Thank you, Madam President. Number 4 on my agenda, this Saturday the 7th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Avenel First Aid Squad is holding their health fair. They will We'll have emergency medical presentations, advanced life support display, community policing, a fire department display, bike safety, blood pressure screening, blood glucose screening, cholesterol screenings, water safety. And it's just a great event. So please try to make it. Again, Avenel First Aid Squad, 105 Avenel Street, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the Port Reading First Aid Squad will be holding its annual Mother's Day flower sale Friday, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mitch?
Thank you, Madam President. The only item I'm going to touch on is the annual retail liquor license training scheduled for Thursday, May 12th at 10 a.m. Probably be about 2 hours. Every owner of a liquor license establishment is required to be here. If council would like to attend, Mr. Sherman and I will be putting on the presentation with the state.
Okay,
That's
great.
all.
Thank you. Mr. Landolfi?
Thank you, Council President. I have several items this evening. The first is we're going to request approval by resolution for feasibility study for a recreation facility that we're contemplating over in Port Reading. We'll also request an approval for utilize state contract vendors. We have several purchasing items. The Woodbridge Community Center roof replacement that we have talked about on several occasions. That bid will be in, and we should have the recommendation and resolution for next meeting. Authorization to purchase auto parts. Also, as part of our continuing upgrade to community facilities at our schools, we anticipate awarding the turf fields at JFK and Colonial Middle for softball, and also the Woodbridge High School. We're doing 2 fields there. One would be softball, the other would be soccer. We hope to have those resolutions for the next meeting. We'll also request authorization to enter into a cooperative pricing system. We'll have an ordinance for the purchase of various properties throughout the township that we've talked to you about previously. We're now able to proceed with those, given our status with the co-litigation. As you know, we were precluded from moving forward on any acquisitions or dispositions for an extended period of time, and we think we're through that. We'll have resolutions for our Sustainable Jersey program, a couple of housekeeping items, tax overpayment, sewer overpayment, a refund for smoke detector inspection, and one item that isn't on my agenda. I believe we'll have a settlement to the Highland Grove issue on contamination. If you recall, we've retained special counsel to do that. I do believe that for the next meeting we'll have a resolution authorizing a settlement. Ms. Lesky won't be here tonight, and under her agenda there are only 2 items, and they are standard refunds. That's all I have, Council President.
Thank you. Director Hubner?
Thank you, Council President. I have 2 proposals. One is to make Main Street and Green Street between Route 35 and Rawway Avenue a non-truck route, and also no left turns in or out of 985 Rawway Avenue in Avenel, which is the Dunkin' Donuts. Thank you.
Thank you. Director Green?
Thank you, Council President. I have just one item tonight. It's a shared service agreement with Township of East Brunswick for animal control services, and that's a 1-year agreement. Thank you.
Director Simuluka?
Nothing this evening. Thank you, Council President.
Director Henry?
Thank you, Council President. We just have our normal bond releases tonight. Thank you.
Nothing this evening. Motion adjourned.
Adjourned.